Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are on week number 24. We are officially 6 months into this fitness journey. We are halfway through. I just can't believe that we are here. I feel so proud of myself, which I say this a lot, but I am. I never thought that we would be at 6 months. I never thought that I would be coming as far as I have. I thought, oh, well, if I say a 12-month challenge, it's just a content idea. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I never really stick to anything. So if I don't stick to this, it's not a huge loss. I didn't think that we would accomplish as much as we have, especially in 6 months. Yeah, let's take this week to reflect. And we'll talk a little bit about this week, mostly talk about the last 6 months and everything that has changed and improved and has gotten better. So here we go. How many days that I have not smoked? The other day I went to the doctor's for just an annual checkup, and it was the first time that I have ever told a doctor that I am not a current tobacco nicotine user. I have been having to tell doctors that for years, for many, many years. Like I've said this before, but quitting the vaping was by far the hardest part so far. I just remember that week of really making sure that I would not fall back into it and how difficult it was. I remember the emotions I felt, the feeling of being helpless, of being depressed, feeling anxious, very, very unsettling feeling. How many times that I wanted to go and buy one, but I told myself no, because it's all part of this. Like, we can't do it. We have to get clean from any type of vaping or anything. Like, all of the toxins need to be gone and rid out of my body. I remember how hard it was. That was a really, really hard feeling. But we're over I don't know exactly how many days now, but over 100 days without smoking. That's like 4 months. Oh my gosh, that's been like 4 months. Wow, that's a long time. Wow, so I quit smoking 2 months into this. It's been that long. That's crazy. Whoa, that's really crazy. Wow, cool. Hey, wow. Okay, so that has been by far the biggest challenge and the biggest change in my life during this past 6 months is not smoking. The hardest part was the withdrawals and, learning to live without having that in my hand constantly. How many days that I have not drank? We're back at it. It's because I haven't gone on any dates. I haven't seen anybody. I've just been on my own stuff, doing my own thing, and I have no temptations. We're good. Again, that has been another kind of big challenge for me during this journey is, learning grace, I think, is the big thing. Learning the control and not losing control and feeling okay to not rely on substances. Like I've said before, I was drinking like every day, every night. Not a ton. It wasn't like I was getting like fucked up drunk, messed up, and like super drunk and like blackout, or, I wasn't like doing bad things, but I was relying on it. As soon as I walked in the door, it's, I gotta have a glass of wine. I gotta have a drink. I have had such a day. I deserve this drink. And it was like, without a second thought, it was just walking right into my kitchen and pouring myself a drink. And depending how I was feeling and what was going on and what was on my mind would determine how buzzed I was gonna get. Was I just gonna have the one just to kind of like, reward myself at the end of the day? Or was I going to have 2 because I wanted to and I wanted to feel a little bit drunk? Towards the end of me drinking, I was drinking like a full bottle of wine sometimes because of what I was doing. I felt like I had to drink in order to have a personality, that was what was going to relax me enough to like show my personality or like be funny or, you know, be somebody that people wanted to see. And then I would wake up the next day for work that actually means something, and I would be like groggy, I'd be tired, I wouldn't want to get up, I'd be in a bad mood. I wasn't like a bad alcoholic. You know, I didn't get mad, I didn't fight, I didn't, you know, drive, I didn't do bad choices drinking. But it was that reliance on it that was the big thing. Learning my do's and my don'ts, what I can and can't do, what I should and shouldn't do, and being okay when I fail. I can order a drink at dinner and it doesn't make me a bad person. It's not that I'm an alcoholic all over again, which I'll probably always be an alcoholic, right? It's not something that just goes away. You know, it's like being an ex-drug addict. It's always going to be in me. It's always going to be there and part of me, but it's being able to control it. Those two have been the biggest changes, I think, for sure. The most difficult changes was the acceptance that I need to change and the willingness to change. So we're here. We're doing really good. I cannot believe how much better my food has been over these past 6 months. It has been a half of a year of learning what foods are good for me, what foods I need to stay away from, what foods I can have sometimes, and learning, again, not to feel guilty when I do want to eat something that I shouldn't have. I enjoy everything I eat. If I was more stricter on myself, then I know I would have lost a ton more weight. But I also want to enjoy everyday eating. I don't want to get to the point where I'm just eating because like, oh, I have to have this, I can't have anything else. Like, I want to enjoy my food because I love food so much. That's why we're where we are, is because I love food, I love eating, I don't feel guilty about it. But I have learned that there are other foods that are great for your body that taste really good. And so I have been learning all about that, you know, making food enjoyable, but making food healthy. When I first started doing this journey, I was eating fast food probably like 3 times a week, either fast food or going out, at least 3 times a week. There were some days that I was ordering DoorDash, and then the next day I'd go out for food. Then the next day it was DoorDash. Like, I was spending an exponential amount of money on food because, like, I don't know, I just couldn't control myself. I didn't know how to control myself. I just wanted it, so I'm gonna have it. And a lot of it played into like drinking. Like, I would be buzzed enough or drunk enough that I didn't feel comfortable driving, obviously, which making good choices, I guess. But I would be hungry and I'd be craving something so particular. So I'd be like, oh, well, you know, I can't drive there, so I just have to pay for DoorDash to get it. And like, that racks up. You know, every night of you drinking, and then on 3 of those nights or 4 of those nights you're ordering DoorDash because you're too drunk to drive. Like, so dumb. And then to justify me ordering DoorDash, I would order 2 times what I normally would have if I was at the restaurant, because I think, well, I need to make this delivery worth it. You know, I get free DoorDash delivery if I order $50 worth of food. So I might as well do that, and then I'll have food for the next 2 days. Wow, yeah. So I would order it, and then I'd have leftovers for the next day. So technically, I'd be eating, like, going out food, like, 3 days in a row. That's so bad. That's bad. That's so bad. And the choices I would make, like, I would never DoorDash a salad. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. That is not worth a DoorDash. I would be ordering burgers or lots of chicken. I still like chicken. I love chicken. Deep fried this, deep fried that, plus appetizers. I would do a lot of Chinese food and, you know, like a lot of salt, lots of heavy salt and sugar and fried and just everything that you crave when you're drunk. That's literally it. That's when I would order food, is when I was drinking. Wow. I never realized that. That was the cause of so many things. Wow. That's crazy. See, look at, this is what we have to do, is reflect on things and really like put everything together, put it into perspective. So now it's like, I enjoy eating salads. I've learned about balanced meals. I know what I should and shouldn't have. Most of the time, I don't go out to eat once during a week. Probably on average now, I go out for food, whether it's fast food or sit down food, twice a month. Yeah, probably 2 to 3 times a month, I would say. And I've also noticed that when I do start craving food from restaurants, it's the week before I start my period. So I've even learned that about myself. So even like learning that, like I can put myself in check and be like, okay, I'm craving this because of my hormones, not because of the actual food itself. So why don't I go home, find something that will satisfy me the same way and be way healthier. So yeah, wow, making progress. As you guys know, I'm still obsessed with my shakes. That's like my big addiction now, is just making sure that I have my protein shake every single morning. I need my energy, I need my fiber, I need my collagen, and most of the time I need my protein. And I am hooked on those. I am addicted. I could drink 3 of those a day if I really wanted to, but I don't because I don't need to. But I am obsessed. I'd say that going from smoking and drinking to being addicted to protein shakes is like pretty good. That's a good improvement. Over the past 6 months, I have been more active than I think I have ever been in my life combined. I've never been somebody that goes and works out and is like fitting the gym into my schedule. There would be times where I would want to go to the gym and I'd do it for a couple weeks. I'd go really hard at the gym. I'd lose a bunch of weight because I wasn't eating also, because I wanted to just lose and lose and lose. But then that's not sustainable. So I would quit going to the gym because I was tired. And then I just continue to eat. So it like didn't do anything. So for me to go to the gym as often as I do, and for as long as I have been going, it's just night and day. It's amazing. Even when I was in the industry and I was like doing my modeling and, you know, having to have cameras on me all the time, I didn't go to the gym. I did not work out. I would eat less, you know. If I felt like I was getting a little bit too big, well, I'm just gonna not eat as much then. That's fine. I am just so healthy. Like, I'm so active. I have so much energy. I will run upstairs now. Before, it would be like, clunk, clunk. And now I'm like, dip, 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 dip. Like prancing up the stairs. And I acknowledge it every time because it makes me appreciate how far I have come. Like every single time that I run upstairs, I'm like, wow, look at you. Like you couldn't have done that a year ago. Like, wow. And you know, it's the small wins. On the fitness thing as well, is feeling as confident as I do going to the gym and trying out different types of workouts. I have never been somebody that wants to put myself out there. I like to stay comfortable. I like to stay doing what I know to do. I don't want to learn anything new because I'm afraid of looking like a weirdo or looking dumb for not knowing. So I stick to myself. And I think that's why I never have been a very active person, is because I know how to watch TV. I know how to stay home. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. So I don't need to go out and do anything else and try anything new because, like, why should I? I know all the basics. I know what to do. Putting myself into these uncomfortable situations has really helped me grow as a person. I, like, every time having to walk into a new place that I don't know what type of exercises I'm doing. I've never done yoga before. I've never done HIIT classes before. And I know that's hard. I've never done barre before. All these things that I purposely put myself into these situations knowing that I was walking into the unknown, new people. I'm not a very social person, which is weird because I do what I do. I get nervous talking to people. I stutter. I ramble. If I feel like it's an awkward silence, I just continue to talk and then I end up regretting everything I say. clearly, as you guys have picked up probably on these videos. And it's, again, not knowing what I'm doing and having to feel okay with possibly doing something wrong. It has made me grow into such a better person. I'm okay with making mistakes. I'm okay with asking for help. It has really taught me that it's okay. If you want to learn, you have to ask questions. If you want to learn, you have to try something new. So that's been a big, huge change over the past 6 months, is putting myself into uncomfortable situations. I feel like it has really made my confidence skyrocket. Like I can go into most any situation and feel relatively comfortable. Nobody cares. It's like I'm the one that's caring and nobody else does. So why should I care if they don't care, you know? I have leg muscles. Like I can flex my legs and I can feel like my thigh is actually hard. My calves have definition. My arms, I have biceps. They're little baby biceps, but I still have them, which I never had. I don't know. I don't think that we'll see it. I'm going to be so embarrassed by this, I'm sure. But normally, my whole life, I would like flex like this and you couldn't feel anything. It was like you just squished down. But now, like, there's still no definition, but I have a little hump right there and it's hard. It's actually really hard. So you can't see it because it's still hiding, but it is there. Which again is a huge improvement for me. With the weight loss, so I have lost some of my booty fat. I've lost some of my chest fat. And I'm okay with that. I was really nervous in the beginning about losing too much weight because I didn't want to lose my curves. I didn't want to lose, you know, these features that I have been known for. But now I'm like, wow, like I look good. Like I'm looking a lot leaner, but I still have my curves. I still have my shape. It's just leaner. It looks good. It looks healthier. Okay, so I had planned on showing you guys the scale when I step on it for the weight check, but my scale is very shiny and reflective. And so it shows my complete body outline. So we're not gonna do that. So you'll just have to look at my face and I will tell you what the weight is. Okay, we're stepping on it now. 174.9. So that is 16 pounds. 174.9. I'm really proud of these past 6 months. I can't believe that it's been this long. But also, it also doesn't feel like it's been long at all. Like it's crazy. But I think back to my first video that I did for YouTube, how much things have changed. I'm a lot less bloated. I don't have to wear false eyelashes if I don't want to. I usually don't wear makeup because I don't want to. I want to let my skin breathe. I don't always have pimples everywhere anymore. My boobs are smaller, but I'm healthier. I have calf muscles and I'm not afraid to wear a shorter dress anymore. I also don't feel like I have to always be showing my skin. I definitely feel sexier when I'm more covered up, because I know what my body looks like underneath my clothes. And I find that so sexy to know that people aren't seeing everything because I'm hiding it for myself. I'm not sharing it with everybody because not everybody deserves to see what it looks like. I'm making way better choices. I wake up feeling good and rested. I sleep so much better. It's been difficult. I am so thankful that I've decided to change my life the way that I have and make these sustainable, long-lasting changes. I haven't been doing anything dramatic and anything that I won't be able to stick to once this challenge is over. Everything that I have changed and everything that I have done are things that I will continue to do for the next 6 months and for the rest of pretty much ever. I feel good. Life is good. Aw, it's good. Things are great. Wow. Yeah. So if you guys watched my last week's update, I have decided that this is going to be my last weekly update, and now I'm going to be switching it to just once a month. I'm still going to be having uploads every Wednesday and every Sunday. They're going to be more of the like fun videos with, you'll be learning a lot more about me. I'll be answering a lot of your guys' questions. I'm sitting down to talk about like what has brought me to where I am right now, a lot of my different challenges and things like that. A lot of try-on hauls and just a lot of really fun, good content. And then once a month, I'll still be checking in to, update you guys on how things have been going, if anything's changed. I'll still be keeping track of my drinking and smoking days. Gotta keep me accountable for the drinking. And then in those videos, we'll do the body updates and we'll do the weight updates. And, just kind of change it up a little bit, keep things, interesting. Now that we have hit the 6-month mark, I don't ever really feel like there's too much to update you guys on because I'm in such a good rhythm. And so every week it just is like, well, nothing's too much change. We're still doing good. So I think with doing it every month instead of every week, we'll still be on a good rhythm and hopefully have more to update you guys on. So yeah. So I guess with that, guys, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.